They'll be calling you a radical. So these are not my words. These are not my words because I do not believe in violence. They do. This is Lindsey Graham last night calling for Russians to Putin, which we know that's the way it always plays out in Russia. A little plutonium to T, pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. Little polonium to the T. I've been all over this for decades. Am I a student of Russia? Oh boy. Do I know that nuclearism history like no other? Why am I using Boston? He's the only one that stood up to the machine. He stood up. Produced his own stuff. He's an MIT guy. He broke ranks. The pro-nuclear freak show that we live in. When you're going to wake up and realize in this country, if Fukushima didn't prove you, freaking academia, all of it, freaking media is all 100% captured. How are they going to spin this? Anderson Cooper, how are you going to spin this? Apparently last night he wouldn't mention the Fukushima word when he was in Fukushima, Japan. Remember? Him and Sanjay Gupta? Meltdowns, nuclear meltdowns, nuclear meltdown. Then they fly home after day 6 when the wind shifts, never mentions it again the rest of the day. Is that even humanly possible? This is very comparable to Fukushima, the number one target. I mean, Lindsey Graham calls for this, not me. I don't believe in violence. They do. Look what they've done to me. I mean, this is what, I could go into the whole activist community in the United States as they're busting them and arresting them. They busted a 77-year-old woman in Russia for protesting Putin and nuclearism. They do the same thing here. Go ask Megan Rice, 85-year-old nun. Obama put her in prison for life. I'm at the trial. Did you see that in your, she's passed away. Look what they did to Kevin Blanch. Blackball me. I mean, my God, impoverish me, attack me. I can go into the Million Mass March. I can start talking about how many of them are dead. Long before there was Black Lives Matter, there was Million Mass March funded on the Fukushima disaster, the shirtwaist fire. We were leading up for 100 years. It's called the Post-Ignorance Project. When I get classified by the Army Corps of Engineers, think about that. What? Attack, they hired teams of trolls, the nuclear consortium. I proved it. I went to the FBI. Teams of trolls, whole websites dedicated to attacking me, slandering me, coming after me. I had guns in my face twice. I'm not just a vlogger. I'm out. I do the work in the trenches. While I'm in critical condition, think about the time of my cancer. A little polonium in the tea. I get cancer. I got the whole field. I'm on everywhere and everything in the summer of 2011. In the spring. I mean, I'm everywhere. Then boom. Hit like a freak of freight train. Doctor looks at me right in the eyes. You got 2 months to live. AML leukemia. You don't even know this fight. Split me open, pour me out. I didn't say this, I didn't say this. Remember when they got to the bunker, it was the Russians that got there on Hitler. And they closely took the body, whatever. My uncle was, look him up, Harold Blanche who raised me, Omaha Beach, Battle of the Bulge, he did that guy. He was just recently passed away. Look him up. My other Uncle Claude. Look up his obituary. You don't think these people were about as decorated as my father, the Special Forces Marine. Oh, there was no, yes, there was. Air Blast One, who was murdered in the Nevada test site. Nuclearism is that they try to make a sequel out of me. I fight for her. The mighty blue ocean. She fights for me. What an intense fight. An anthropologist from a university got in to Russia 25 years ago. And they showed him, supposedly, Hitler's body. He snuck a piece of the skull and put it in his pocket. It's a true story. Look it up. He got home. It was not Hitler. It was a 12-year-old girl. So I used to ask my uncle, did he poison himself, him and his girl? Or did they go to Argentina? Remember Obama on Fukushima on St. Patrick's Day, going on 11 years, gave that I never promised you a rose garden speech. I want you to know what I know, and I'll tell you everything about Fukushima. He was flown to South America, to Argentina the next day. Look it up. It's an unarguable fact. The plume is coming over, so I want you to know what I never mentioned Fukushima again. Just like Anderson Cooper, when he was there at Fukushima. Meltdowns, MIT, Boston, MIT. What? MIT. Aaron Swartz, MIT. Oh, what? Lori Eric Snowjob hands the chip to Laura. She's the MIT endowment's daughter. Standing on the stage with Lindsey Mills, having my baby. Lindsey Mills comes right out and says, has a new baby, and says, it's going to have dual citizenship. Now, where is Snowjob? I thought he was headed to Argentina. On 60 Minutes, it took Kevin Blanch, it took 60 Minutes, 2,188 days to tell you what I told you the first hour on Fukushima. But their answer has been to kettle me, attack me, go after me. If the truth had been Fukushima, we've been told this wouldn't be happening in Ukraine. Because all nuclear energy would have been over if you knew the truth of Fukushima. Dead typos at your feet, so everything collapsed downwinders, you're going to deny it. The nuclear energy emperors have no clothes. Lindsey Graham, he said it about Putin, not me. We know how it always ends. Stalin to Churchill. When FDR dropped dead, Yalta by the Sea in 1945, before they found Truman and dropped the bombs. What did Churchill use to poison him? How did Stalin go? We know how it always goes. A little polonium to the T, a little polonium to the T. Pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. You know, Obama, after the Rose Garden, never used the word Fukushima again. Trump never said it once. Not once. Has sliding with Biden when he promised us he would? Once. So who really runs this country? Who runs this country? How are they going to spin? Big Z. Oh, they're spinning. They're spinning right now. Full-blown out war going in the biggest freaking stockpile. The number one pawn, the number one bishop, the number one rook in this board game. Oh, it's that. Big Z. Why do you think he took it first, Putin? I'm telling you, this is, nuclear energy, Waterloo on Balco, on chemo, plutonium wars. Lindsey Graham said it. Not me. Not me. Prince Harry's own wife. Oh, she's a commoner from freaking California. First baby. Look up the DNA swap. Prince Harry's the heir to that family. Look it up. Prince Harry's the heir to that family. His wife, her own sister, suing her. Saying she's a liar. Of course. What about Princess Diana? Now, isn't that Harry's mom? Now, why is the rift between the royals going on? Firstborn year. Can you imagine a royal setting foot in California even 40, 50 years ago? Whoa, what about King George? Go to the prison ship memorials at Fort Greene. I want you to go there. Just go to the prison ship memorial at Fort Greene and start reading up on your history. Oh, boy. Lindsey Graham said it, not me. A little plutonium in the tea. Live by the sword, die by the sword. That's the way it always ends in Russia. Always, always, always. The Ides of March, they are upon us. That's the 15th of March, Caesar, as Kevin Blanche fiddled. As Rome burns. Stand tuned. To the people of the Ukraine, we're all praying for you. It's heartbreaking to watch this. It's devastating. We are all praying for you in the Post-Ignorance Project. Our army, it's all I can do. I've done everything I possibly can, traveled all over the world, but their answer has been to kettle me, attack me, go after me. They don't think they attack peace activists, anti-nuclear activists? Long live Megan Rice. What about Kevin Blanche? Look what they've done to me. Devastated me. Stand tuned.